Being a dentist is 50% awesome, 50% annoying, and 100% exhausting. It's Paul, Dr. Nacho. I'm a dentist, founder of Dental Nachos and Dentist Shop Connect. And Talking Nachos is dedicated to helping you feel less like this on the inside. This is the cry inside monster, Mr. Grumbly. This is where dentists have to keep their crying when patients walk into the operatory and say things like, I just want to let you know I hate the dentist. And I want to say, I just want to let you know you could have totally kept that in your head. So on Talking Nachos, we are dedicated to helping you increase success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside a day. We have an amazing program coming up, Super Dentist Boost Camp. If you would like to join at the best price possible, still may be free for a little bit more time, text stream to 215-543-6454. Text stream to 215-543-6454 to learn how to survive, thrive, and not cry as a dental practice owner. I'm ready for my first guest. When my team is ready, it is Parham from the Dock Sites, a basketball fan. My dream was to play professional basketball. As you know, Parham, that dream did not work out at all. But you help dentists with the dream of showcasing their best self online. Tell our audience, as an awesome sponsor, what you do to help.
We create websites and implement marketing campaigns for dentists that are affordable and effective, and, implementing, getting them more visibility, but also as they need updates, as they do more work before and afters, updating technology in their office, we include complimentary updates on their website. So they're not paying an arm and a leg for that.
I like that. Or toe. I like that. No arms, legs, or toes. I like that part. Tell us a little bit, dentists can be unaware of how their website looks, when it should be updated. Are there any clients that you can think of that said, hey, Parham, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to invest in what you guys do. And they've been pleasantly surprised, delighted even with the results?
Many clients. We've been doing this for a long time. And I think one thing I want to let dentists know is either whether you work with us or any of your marketing companies, you have to implement personalization online, right? And we invite that. We want that. We can't come there and just pull the teeth for you and get the content, right? But, I look at your stuff. I look at some of the very successful dentists across the country. We have one client specifically here in SoCal. They called me out of the blue. They're like, hey, we're not doing well. Long story short, I got to know them, 2 partners, amazing dentists, very skilled, implant capabilities, ortho, Invisalign, latest technology. I go to their site, Paul. None of that's there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Office, none of that's there.
These dentists, they're so into their cases and documenting, but I will share, I'm going to talk to an office tomorrow about how to get better case acceptance. And I say, if you want to have a better life, if you want to make things better, pick up this phone and make more videos, document your story. Of course, get HIPAA consent, also HIPAA consent. You can't be too careful, but you want to make sure that your patients see your awesomeness online. And it's mind-boggling how many of these amazing dentists don't spend the time doing that. Do they do that after you have encouraged them, or I'll say, Parham, kindly annoy them to do so?
The majority do. And this specific client, we got them at the top in their local area for dental implants, Invisalign, all these different things. And they started doing really well. They called me. They're like, we had our best year ever, right? We want to take it up another notch.
Awesome.
What do you think? Then we said, I love Google Ads personally. And I asked them, I said, Paul, what would be a good entry? Because they want to do more volume, right? They don't want to just be picky, charge high. That's their strategy, which I recommend everyone get to know that for them. I said, what would be an initial cost that would be valuable for you to do the beginning work, the CBCT scan, getting them the molds, whatever it takes to start an implant case, right? Or an Invisalign case. They gave me those costs. They've now doubled their results because they're now giving an entry offer, because patients, when they come to your site, they don't want to have to call and say, what's the price?
Yeah.
Then you want to, hey,
I think what I share, Parham, this is awesome value. They're developing a relationship with you before they walk in the door. They don't want to be confused. They want to learn context for C words. And I think that's awesome advice that you gave. We have your text code here, Parham. When people text Dock Sites to 215-543-6454, because they're very lucky to know me as a sponsor, what kind of extra toppings or best price possible they get from the dock sites?
Every Nachos members gets a discount off the setup. They get extra value. If they want to get a release form for free, just for us to get it together for them, send it, a QR code sheet as well. Because I really believe in getting those positive reviews in the office.
Yeah.
As soon as I get my teeth cleaned, I feel better than when I get a haircut. So
Yeah.
that's when you got to ask me, not when I'm making spaghetti for my newborn. Well, she doesn't eat spaghetti yet, but food for my newborn
You
baby.
can say it's for her and eat it all yourself. That's what you do. I
Yeah.
make as many chicken nuggets as possible and say someone will eat them. I eat them. It's a dad thing.
Exactly.
So, Byron, thanks for supporting our community. Really appreciate it. People can learn more about the dock sites, texting dock sites to 215-543-6454. And we'll see about you and Brandon arguing over basketball. It's going to be coming back. We'll see what happens this year.
See you, Paul. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Barham. So as you guys can see on Talking Nachos, we're here to deliver real value to help you do better in your business, increase success, and decrease stress. I'm ready for my next guest, and my team is ready. So we have the awesome Byron and Michael from Cornerstone Dental. I had the amazing opportunity to meet Byron at the ASD Academy of Sports Dentistry in Nashville. Byron, loved that meeting. You guys are doing the work of the Lord G.B. Black, who by getting people together. So really enjoyed that time with you there. And now you're
enjoyed meeting you too, Paul.
Yeah, you were really just so much great energy. You're sharing as a sponsor, and what you're going to talk about, I believe, is so needed. You're helping train all dentists do better clinically. But you shared with me at that meeting, you are particularly inspired to help new dentists. Tell us more about that.
Correct. We find now that the dental educations are different than when I went to school or when you went to school. And the requirements are far less. And one day I was lecturing at a dental school and talking about a topic on occlusion and changing the bite for a collapsed dentition, worn dentition. And the students were kind of glazed over. And I asked the instructor if I was talking blasphemy or if it was confusing at all. And he said, well, they actually have no idea what you're talking about, but keep on going. This is great for them to hear it. And they were graduating in 6 weeks, their program.
It's wild. I mean, you told me I did about 28 crowns in dental school. You said you did 67?
Yes.
And you see grads coming out with doing less than 10. Is that accurate?
Very accurate. I've heard of someone coming out doing none. And I've talked to a new grad that she was thrilled that she had done 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild and irresponsible, I believe, of dental schools to do this. And we have awesome people like you with your center. Tell us about, you've designed this center to help. What does it look like? How do people sign up? What's the whole deal with it?
The center is designed around continuing education programs, but the bread and butter things of dentistry. First and foremost, treatment planning, because what you don't treatment plan, you're not going to treat.
Right.
And what you don't know what to look at or what you see, you're not going to treatment plan. So it's kind of looking at a patient with a new set of eyes, and it's not the school eyes and it's not the PPO eyes. It's the eyes that are what is best for the patient.
Yeah.
And ultimately what we want is deliver the ultimate treatment plan, the best care possible for the patient. That way the patient benefits. That's
and
one.
I love this. I mean, one of my lines, it's in alignment with you is, I want to tell patients what's possible. We may have to talk about what's practical for them, whether it's
Correct.
with budget, whether it's with bone, whether it's with time. But I said this on a podcast, everyone deserves the chance to say no to the best option in life. And I think that sadly new dentists just aren't aware. So that's awesome. Michael, what's your role at the center back there?
Oh, I pull all the strings with the scheduling and making sure that we are maintaining our PACE approval through the AGD, making sure that we have the highest standards for an organization so that we can make sure that we are presenting information that is relevant scientifically, from a business aspect, and from an aesthetic or artistic aspect.
I love that because you're providing the details to really roadmap their success. Some would say you're treatment planning the success of these dentists, like they need to treatment plan the success of their patients.
So,
now, I know our dentist people, Byron, they love details, right? They want to know the
Yes.
probing depth of 15 distal while they're working on 30. Why do they need to know that? Nobody knows. But let's give them a few details. When is the next course coming up? You're in where's this center located?
We're located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and so there's playtime and then there's time to work.
Awesome.
And when we work hard, and we want to give as much relevant information. I've taught all over the country for your peeps that are listening. That I've been a NERB examiner, a REB examiner, ADEX examiner for well over a decade, and I don't do that anymore because we have other things to do. But I know where the weak links are, and we've taught hundreds of people over the years, and so what we try to do is tailor it to each individual. They have total access to the instructors and to myself on an ongoing basis. So it's just not like you're one and done. We're willing to hold your hand or willing to get you comfortable doing what needs to be done.
Dentistry needs more of this, is why I'm so proud to have you guys collaborating with us. In terms of dates, when is the next time? So people can text Cornerstone to 215-543-645 to learn more. My team will also share your link in the comments. But if someone's watching or listening, when's the next date set up for them to sign up?
We have a phenomenal course scheduled for August 25th with Walter Chitwood. He's going to be going over.
Great.
He's going to be going over extraction site enhancement and ridge augmentation, ridge preservation. So for folks that don't have a lot of experience doing that type of bone grafting and
that's
preparation.
Of course, I met Walter, who's awesome at the AST. When you can remove a tooth and preserve the bone, you become a very versatile dentist. You become needed in so many different ways, whether you're an associate working for someone, whether you just started your own practice, whether you've been in practice for 20 years. I mean, I will say, Byron, these teeth, they don't fail, but they definitely need to be replaced. They retire, like I said in my lecture. And
exactly.
There are hundreds of thousands of teeth living in people's heads right now that will be broken down structurally, and they will be excited. Well, maybe not excited, but they will be ready to replace it. And if you can remove it and preserve the bone, you're doing an awesome job for them. So I think that's a perfect course for people to get started. And you said that's August 24th weekend, Michael?
Yeah, it'll be the 25th. It'll be a Friday daytime course.
Awesome, man. Well, as we wrap up, I want you to share, especially for one of my sports fans in the background. I don't know if you saw it. Byron, you were holding what recently over your head tell us who you're a sports dentist for?
Well, I do the Las Vegas Aces of the WNBA, and I take care of UNLV's football, basketball, and hockey teams. And then there's another little team I take care of called the Vegas Golden Knights, who just won the Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup champions. I like that. Well, you can. Yes. We have a Philly sports fans here, right? So you can, you can rub it in. Come and rub it in when you come to our next.
You come here and we'll take you to a great game. Come when we play Philly.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for being part of what we do. Super excited to have you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So as you guys can see, we moved from marketing, we moved to clinical dentistry, and the next M coming up is pretty much everyone's favorite M. I'm ready for my next guest when they're ready, and that M is money. So these two people are going to get you money, help you figure out how to manage money. This is a really needed topic in our dental world. So Greg and AJ from Liberty, tell us what you guys do with money for dentists.
Oh, we do all kinds of things with money for dentists. Primarily, our focus is on mortgage loans for dentists. We have a product that is specifically designed for physicians and dentists that will give you great pricing, great rates. It's an in-house portfolio loan, so we have a little bit more wiggle room than a conventional loan program would have. Not only do we do mortgages, we are also a full-service credit union, which we have checking, business checking, personal checking, savings, CDs, your whole portfolio of products in the retail banking side. And we also have a commercial lending department that offers commercial loans in the states of Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So this can apply to both your home and your business. We're happy to help serve you in whatever capacity we can.
Love you, Shannon. Greg, tell us, I don't know if you've noticed, but not many people like the dentist, okay? And by not many people, almost all of the people. But banks love dentists, right? And you mentioned something, Greg. Why do they treat dentists and doctors favorably when they're buying a home?
Well, we like to treat everybody favorably, but we like dentists and physicians because they work in the community and they help the community. We all need them at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not the dentist as much as the physician, but we like
That's
how.
good. You're even making me feel bad on my own program. I'm just joking. Be yourself. I always tell people, be yourself. So that's okay. But I've read it, and I really want to make sure I bring this out to my community. Dentists can feel overwhelmed with debt. They can say, "Oh, I went to dental school and I have debt," but they're making $175,000 a year as an associate, and they say, "I can never afford a house." Either of you tell us how dentists and physicians get sort of rated favorably or looked at favorably, because many of them are unaware of this, and buying a house is one of their dreams. So you guys can be their dream makers.
Well, yeah, what we do, we offer a 100% program, 100% financing, so no down payment, and no mortgage insurance. So that loan is specifically for dentists, physicians, a line of different type of doctors. So we offer that. It's a great program. We're licensed in 47 states. So
Nice.
If you're on the West Coast, East Coast, and you need a pre-approval letter, very well versed at looking at self-employed income, so we can look at what you've made. A lot of different programs. Say, for example, you've been self-employed for 5 years, but your last year was when you made all your money. We can just look at the last year's tax returns. So we have different options that people aren't aware of. So we'll look at it. You can call me 7 days a week. I'll if you need a pre-approval letter on a Saturday or Sunday, I'm more than happy to help you. But we love working with doctors and physicians. And
Awesome. Love you guys sharing that. As we kind of continue and wrap up, any of your clients come to mind that maybe, I have this drink here, the AHA drink. I always want them to sponsor us. No one's gotten me AHA as a sponsor. I'm always giving them free promotion. But maybe an AHA moment, AJ, Greg, for one of your clients who said, I didn't even know I could get an $800,000 mortgage. I didn't even know I could get this lending. Any of those come to mind?
Yeah, there are actually several that come to mind. Most people, as you said, when they approach us, they're concerned about their debt from school. And they're concerned about, well, I haven't even actually started working yet. Well, if you're contracted and you're guaranteed a certain amount of money for a 3-year time period, we can base everything on that. So that's allowing you to move forward and have your future. We've also been able to help dentists that have investment properties, and to be able to go beyond what the normal conventional ranges of having 10. So that's another thing. So we start from the very beginning of coming into the industry, and then also being really profoundly great in your industry and making a lot of money and want to be able to invest further into it.
I love that. Well, it's my theme. Money makes a lot of good things happen.
Oh, it does, yes.
We don't learn enough about it in dental school, and those good things can be related to your family, related to growing your business, giving you more free time. And I'm so proud to have you guys helping us.
Oh, thank you.
glad to be here.
My pleasure. People can text Liberty to 215-543-6454 to reach out to anything. So if you need a pre-approval loan on a Sunday, text and we'll get you connected with Greg and AJ.
Get it done.
Stick around for a minute. Really appreciate you sharing on Talking Nachos today.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Nacho.